Hi, I'm Michelle Brownlee, and this is my final capstone project for Nashville Software School called Anxiety Ease. Before I became a software developer, I worked in mental health, and I had a lot of clients who struggle with anxiety. I also find that a lot of my friends and family have anxiety as well. So I built a self-help app to assist with calming down from an anxiety attack. You'll notice it's very streamlined and clean so that there isn't a lot of visual noise to distract if you're in the middle of an anxiety attack. I also built it mobile forward so it could always be in your pocket and you didn't have to find a desktop computer to work with it. There are 4 calming activities that the user is walked through, in addition to a section that allows them to rate the effectiveness of that activity for themselves, as well as make a note. And the note's purpose is to take note of what might have triggered their anxiety attack, how they're feeling before and or after, and how the activity made them feel. The notes can be useful to track what triggers anxiety for someone, as well as to have a conversation with a mental health professional or a medical professional if you feel like your anxiety has become a problem. This app is not meant to treat or diagnose, it is simply meant as self-help. So let's sign in a new user. Let's sign in Jill. Immediately, Jill is presented with 4 calming activities. There's deep breathing. There's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, which is a grounding activity. There is positive talk, and there is progressive muscle relaxation. Let's start there. This prompts the user to use each muscle group, tense it and then relax it in a very deliberate way, which can help release the tension that they're holding all over their body. When you're finished, you click Finish, and you're presented with the option to make that note and rating now or later. We're going to say later because we're still feeling a little anxiety. So then we'll move on to deep breathing, and we'll give that a try. And we'll breathe in deeply for 5 seconds, and then we'll breathe out for 5 seconds. And this can help slow respiration and breathing when you're in the midst of an anxiety attack. And again, when we click Finish, we're prompted with later or now. So we'll go ahead and make a note, and we'll say dinner with friends is what prompted it, and this helps some. Sometimes social anxiety makes people upset. And another time we might try the positive talk, which flips through a list of cards of positive facts regarding anxiety, just reminding the user that this is temporary, that even though it feels awful, they are going to be okay. Their body will take over. They're not going crazy. And then lastly, we have the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, which prompts the user to be aware of what's going on around them. It prompts them to name in their head or out loud 5 things they can see, 4 things that they can hear, things that they can touch, smell, and taste. So we'll go ahead and make a note about that one, and we'll give that one a 5, and we'll say, I like this one. And then you'll see that we're presented with a list of all the activities that we've participated in. And if we click on the activity, this one you'll see we decided to rate later. So we can come back in later after we've calmed down or we're no longer in the midst of anxiety. And we can make a note about it. And we can say, you know what, this one didn't help. And we can note what might have triggered it and what did eventually help so that we can have a conversation about it later with our mental health professional. And we can go into this one and say, you know what, I don't think that one's important. So we're going to go ahead and delete it. And then if you log out, you return to that. Version 2 of the app, I would like to include some text, some talk to text, which would read the prompts to the user if they choose to have the audio on. And I would also allow users to add some songs that they find soothing. Thank you for taking a look at my app.